and welcome to Caravan Escapades. Hope everybody's keeping safe and well. So it's late May bank holiday weekend and we're hitched up and we're off again. Not quite where we specifically wanted to be. Probably wanted to be with the rest of you lot at Torfest Northwest up at Donkey Creek, but because of work commitments and stuff I couldn't really commit too early to that one. And what I did, I must admit, I've spent the last 2 or 3 weeks just phoning Donkey Creek, see if there's any cancellations, but obviously not. But all you guys that are up there, I hope you had a great time, because you'll be watching this after you got back. But we're off to a little CL in Lincoln, all hitched up. Had a slight problem though when I got here, and I don't know whether you guys have had it before, and I think I need to carry some safe ones. I got here and found that the rear number plate was flat on the floor. No stickiness left in the pads, so I've had to, for now, just tie wrap it to the back of the car. Sorry, tie wrap it to the back of the caravan. I'll have to try and get some sticky pads while I'm out, but clean those off and make sure it gets secured properly on the caravan. Anyway, we're going to straighten up, tighten up the mirrors, get them all level, and we'll get on our way. And we'll see you soon. Well, we're just leveling up on the pitch. Not a lot of leveling needs doing, but we've got the lock and level on the go, if you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me slightly. So we're just leveling off the caravan slightly from a side to side point of view. I've got my app out there with the spirit level. You can see it slightly off. So we're just letting the lock and level bring that up. You can see it's filling up. Caravan rising very slightly. It's both airbags through. You can actually do it just one airbag, the little yellow valve down there. I could have turned that off just so it's from one airbag. Let's have a look, see what it's like. Still got a little bit of a way to go, but we're getting there. Have a look here, moving slightly. It's actually gone more than I expected. I didn't think we'd need to put this much in it, but it has gone quite a bit. Let's have a look how we're doing here now. Yeah, she's coming in. Nearly there. We'll need a little bit of levelling from front to back. That probably is because I've got a bit of a thing on the back of my phone. Nearly there. Let's have a look. Nearly coming across. And I think I'm going to turn the pump off. That will do, but as you can see, it's actually taken quite a bit. So we're all set up and sorted here at Dakota Park. It's Friday, it's the May bank holiday weekend, and what a lovely evening it is. The sun is just going down. It's been beautiful, it's been warm, it's peaceful. Here's the setup. Here we are. And what we'll do is we'll give you a better tour of the site. Not that it's a very big site, but it's a nice site. We'll give you a better tour of that tomorrow, or certainly at some point over the weekend. We are situated next to the road, but do you know what? It doesn't really bother you too much. It's not too much of a problem. Anyway, I'm going to grab a coffee, sit down, chill, relax, and we'll come back to you soon. Good morning. It's Saturday morning about 8 o'clock. In fact, no, it's it's nearly 9 o'clock now. We've had a bit of a lazy morning. I've been up quite early, but I normally wake up early anyway. But what a beautiful morning. You know, this is what you expect. Spring, summer mornings. Well, it's not summer, is it? Spring, summer mornings. What am I talking about? It's what you expect from those spring mornings out in the caravan. We'll give you a tour and a look around the site later on, but everything's quite peaceful and nice here. I'm going to go and get the breakfast on. I don't know whether I mentioned it before, but all the pitches, all 5 of them here, have got their names. They're all aircraft names, so this is Dakota, and I think we've got Lancaster and Spitfire and Hurricane, although I'm not 100% sure what they are, but I do know they are aircraft related. The site also has a couple of sort of rental cottages. There's one there, there's one over behind that motorhome as well, and we'll show you those in a bit. So they have those as well. And Claire's got the mushrooms on the go. Well, Claire's got the mushrooms, I've got the mushrooms on the go, ready for Claire. Oh, how our UK weather changes. It wasn't, what's the time now? When did I speak to you before? Let me just get that. So it's now literally 20 past 10, and I think it was about 20 to 9 before, or just before 9 o'clock. So literally in an hour and a half, we've gone from that beautiful blue sunny sky, that spring summery morning, as I said, to this grey, and it's not raining yet, but you know what, I think it's on its way. Not going to stop us though, we're going to go off exploring. So probably a bit of traffic noise, but we've just come down to Coningsby, have a little bit of a drive round. We've driven around the base, had a drive or a wander around the village. Not too bad, few shops. We've just been in a cafe, had a nice piece of cake and a cup of coffee, so that's all good. A lot of barbers, a lot of hairdressers, all sorts of different shops here. So I think probably more than you'd normally expect from a village size, but I guess that's all here just to support the RAF station anyway. Let's see where we'll get to now. So we've just walked into, well, not walked into, we've driven into Woodhall Spa. Woodhall Spa a little bit up the road from where we are, in about 4 miles actually. I'm not going to do too much on Woodhall Spa because you've done that in previous vlogs anyway. But what we have done, Darcy May's decided she wants an Antipasto for tea, so we've come to this shop here. If you're familiar with it, in Woodhall Spa, there's loads of cakes and those sorts of things. Anyway, I mean, look at the size of those meringues. But we bought some nice bread and olives. So we've come down to Coningsby Airfield. It is Saturday, it is bank holiday weekend. There's not much flying going on. In fact, there's not, if anything, there is a helicopter. I'm not sure it's air ambulance yellow. It's probably one of those power line inspection helicopters, but not a lot happening. This is the edge of the airfield. Obviously, not obviously, but looking over there, there is what looks like an old World War II dispersal. So the airfield obviously spread over this way during the war. So some very sad news, and I'm really not sure whether I'm going to put this in the vlog or not, but we, as you know, the campsite is not too far from the end of the runway at Coningsby, and unfortunately one of the Spitfires from the Battle of Britain Memorial flight has crashed, and it's been a fatal accident, unfortunately. So our thoughts do go out to the family of the pilot that's passed away. You can see probably just up back here that the road is closed. It's literally just happened up there, I mean just past those lights. So you know, the campsite is just here and the lights and things are up there, and Coningsby Airfield is just literally over there. The owner of the campsite has lowered the flags to half-mast out of respect, which is a very heartfelt thing to do. Apparently it's a bit of a friend of hers. But yeah, not good at all. Not good at all. Put a strange feeling on the weekend. But as I say, our thoughts do go out to the pilot's family. Rest in peace, sir. So we're having the Antipasto, and Darcy May wanted the camembert. Now I've done the camembert on the little Cadillac, but I don't know whether yeah, but that's probably going to be all right. I'll let you know how it was later. So here we are, we've got the antipasto. I think the camembert's come out all right. We've got some olive bread. Claire's just opening the, what have you got there, Claire?
Continental.
Sharing selection. What have you got there,
Spanish.
Don't know.
Spanish stuff. We've got a bit of
salamis
and things.
Olives.
We've got some onions. Onions? Where's the onions? We've got some what's this stuff? Celery and carrots. Some other olives. We've got some hummus. We're going to dig in and enjoy. So one thing I realised while sat here in the caravan and it raining is we haven't got any Caravan Escapades stickers on it yet, so we've remedied that. So here we are, I've stuck one here, good old Caravan Escapades, and then oh, we can't get round that side, and we stuck one on Darcy May's window over here, up here. So we're all Caravan Escapaded up. Where are you? Up there, like that. Now we probably will get something for the back, maybe not quite as big, something that can go just above the bike rack, and we've got the Browns on Tour sticker that we had on the old Caravan, you know, the stick people type one, which we need to get put on as well. It's Sunday morning. I'm sat out here. We made a bit of a boo-boo last night, or I made a bit of a boo-boo last night. Got into bed and went, oh no, we've not emptied the toilet, because what we normally do is we make a habit of emptying the toilet every evening, so that at least during the night you're not going to get any problems. Well, I have to say, thankfully, yes, thankfully, we just managed to get to the brim of the toilet before this morning. So I've chucked some clothes on, I've gone out, the toilet's emptied, the water's topped up. And now, I've got the breakfast on the go. It's some mushrooms to start with. We just sat outside here. I'm going to cook the mushrooms first, and then we're going to get the bacon on. Weather's changed a little bit. It is a little bit grey and overcast. I think the rain has just about stopped. But hey ho, I don't care. We're away in the caravan. So I'm just frying off the mushrooms now. I must admit, I don't very often use a little safari chef. Well, I do, but not that often for sort of doing breakfast. And I must admit, I think it cooks a little bit quicker, certainly than the hot plate does. But anyway, I'll get the bacon on in a minute. So bacon's all cooking nicely. That's all doing. So the Carry Chef's great. Sorry, Safari Chef. So this is Safari Chef 2. It's great, but actually I don't think it's any good unless if there's more than two of you. Just thinking about it, you know, if we were to put in some eggs and some tomatoes and things on there as well, we'd struggle for space. So I really think probably two bacon sandwiches for the three of us. I've pre-done the mushrooms, I'll warm them up again. But it is a nice little bit of kit. So while there's a break in the rain, we shall give you a bit of a tour of the site. It is, like I say, a nice, well-kept, clean site. It's not over big, probably one of the smaller ones we've been in. As I mentioned before, the pitches are all named. So we've got Spitfire over there, Tornado over there. I think this one is Typhoon. Yeah, Typhoon, and then Dakota, and I can't remember the name of the other one. So they're all fully serviced pitches. The pitches are metered electric, and the way that you work it is when you get here, you leave a £20 deposit. The meter reading is taken. Take a meter reading on departure, and then any of the electricity spent is taken out of that £20 deposit, or you add more to it, however that goes, but £20 should be more than enough. The site is £18 a night, so for 3 nights here, that cost us £54, that sort of thing. So let's take a wander out. So because of the proximity to Coningsby, the site is particularly popular for aircraft watchers and spotters alike. There is this raised bank here on the site, which you can get up. Now it's a Sunday, so there isn't going to be any flying at the airfield at the moment anyway. This is the main road. Traffic noise is not too bad, it can be heard at times. I don't know how well you can see, but basically over there is Coningsby. The end of the runway is in that sort of picture. Again, bit more there. So during a normal day there'll be quite a bit of flying. So again, you can see the pitches from up here. There are also 2 rental cottages here on the site. As we take a wander down, and gated entrance. So the field is all gated. As you can see, we walk out to where the main entrance is over here. So this is the CL site, and these are the 2 rental cottages. I think we've got Lancaster Lodge and the Runway cottage. So here is your LSAN points, your chemical waste point, and here is your grey water and fresh water and bins, all for recycling. And this is out onto the main road, and then back in to the site. That's a bit of a whistle to stop tour of the site. Obviously it's a little grey and drizzly today, not the nicest of days, but still very, very pleasant. Be nice and quiet, as you say. Get a view of the site there. Anyway, I'll go back and see the girls, see what they want to get up to for the rest of the day. So not too far from the campsite and just along from Coningsby village is Tattershall village, the next village along. So we've decided, as we're National Trust members anyway, to come along to Tattershall Castle. So there's a few things going on here today. There's the castle up there, shop, entrance. So come along with us while we go and have a walk around. To the top of Tattershall Castle, and there are some incredible views here, as you can see right over there. In fact, over there is Coningsby, that's the camp and the airfield. Down there is some of the displays that's going on. There's the church. So yeah, it really is quite good. I'll go and show you some of the views from the other side. Looking at the weather up there, it looks like the rain's coming in. In fact, if you look over there, I think we're going to get wet. So I'm going to go around here and give you some of the other views. So there's some of the patch, I think that's the officers' quarters. And across over here is Tattershall Lakes. Obviously the camp, I don't know whether they've got caravaning, I'm guessing they've got caravaning there as well, but generally the motorhome type things. Yeah, there's Tattershall Lakes. So I didn't mean the motorhome type things, you know what I mean, the static caravans. I can't see any touring caravans, unless there's something right the way over, but it does seem to stretch all the way over to the back there. Water sports, various things going on. And again, back end of the airfield. And the caravan site, or the CL we're on, is somewhere over here right in the distance. So the top of Tattershall Castle, not a bad walk up here and definitely worth it, and being a National Trust member we've got in free. So I think it was well worth the walk up there. So we're down at the bottom and we were all the way up there, right the way up there. Probably going to head back now, catch up with you in a bit. So just as we leave, I'm going to do a bit of a long shot of the castle. So just a little bit further up the road from Coningsby on the way to Woodhall Spa is Thorpe Camp Visitors Centre. So we stopped by, we thought we'd go and take her up. Some old helicopters, missiles, and there's a lightning over there. you know, it is one of those volunteer run heritage centre, particularly around Thorpe Camp. Thorpe Camp was the domestic site for RF Woodhall Spa, the airfield which is up that way. But we've had a nice couple of hours, the sun's been shining, and if you are this way, pop by, take a look. So nothing, can you hear that? That's the thunder. Nothing like sitting out cooking in a thunderstorm in the rain, as you can see. But there's a bit of sun there as well, so that's all good. So what we're doing, we've got chicken on croup. So the chicken on croup's cooking nicely away there, and we're boiling off some veggies. The broccoli and long beans and stuff are going to go in there in a bit, and these are Delphin-wild potatoes, and Delphin-wild potatoes in there, so should be good. Still cold out here, but everything seems to be coming along nicely. There's the Delphin-wild potatoes, veggies bubbling away nicely. Chicken on croup, a slightly different story, but I think they'll be fine. It seems to be, it's browning off all right, it's doing the right job. Let you know how we go on. So we couldn't help ourselves, we're just heading back, and we've stopped at a little lay-by cafe type thing, had something to eat, coffee, Darcy and May. I mean, it's kind of early lunch, it's 11:30 anyway, and we haven't got that far to go back, so it made sense just stopping off. But it looks like a few people have had the same idea. So there she is, all back in storage. We're back, well, we're just about back home. I'm going to head home in a minute. I've literally turned the black button off and the phone's rang, and I've had Sergeant on the phone telling me that the power has been disconnected from the caravan. So still got that issue. I will try to get in touch with Sergeant this week, but it is going down to MG on Friday anyway, so hopefully they can have a look at it for me as well. So that's it, back home. Enjoyable weekend. We've enjoyed it. We always enjoyed being away in the caravan. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Hit that notification bell and you'll be notified when we put out more vlogs. We shall see you very, very soon.